All right, approach. Let's talk about approach. Michael, start out.
Well, I think Russ was talking about backing these hitters up and getting big runways. Ultimately, what we're doing when we approach is we're taking lateral speed and trying to transfer it up in the air. And I think this is a really key element to teach your kids in terms of how to get that lateral speed up off the ground. And I think this is really big where when we watch some approaches here without a ball, I think the thing that we really need to emphasize here, and I'm just going to stop in the last two steps and freeze, please, is right here. And this is often people call it a braking step. Okay, what we're doing is we're taking this lateral motion here, we're stopping it with this left foot for a right-handed hitter, and immediately transferring all that momentum up in the air. In order to do so, you have to lower the hips, lower the shoulders, arms are loaded up, and then they swing through the body, both arms up through to the strike position. Okay, a great drill that we do just to emphasize those last two is to just start on the last step itself from here. Okay, so a right-hander would be here, left-hander would be opposite. Okay. Yeah. So from here, arms loaded up behind you, heel on the ground, let that braking step come around, get low, and then swing through the body from there. Load back up again. You can get a lot of good reps here on those last two steps, loading back up, okay? And then taking one step back and going into those last two steps. So we can call explosion steps. So we're just taking that last two components of the approach and working on those last two steps. Really important then to continue to back up and then get to 4 or 5 steps, taking that lateral motion and transferring it up.
So, key, what Michael said, is transferring horizontal to vertical. It's like a long jumper. He or she have to be what? A world-class sprinter in order to jump far. They jump high when they go far. So once you start, don't stop till you're hitting the ball. Once you start, don't stop. And at your levels and even my level, this happens all the time. She might as well stay here. She never used horizontal in a way to transfer to vertical. Once you start, don't stop till you're hitting the ball. Also, hey, prove it. This is a line of force. So the line of force is, the last foot touching the floor has got to be my left foot if I'm right-handed. If I'm left-handed, my right foot. And, you know, there's a lot of different ways to teach approaches. Also, if you watch a lot of Asian teams in the 70s and 80s, the Japanese just taught, they just would do a pre-step and hop, and their middles would only hit that way. They'd never get off the net that much. They had great hand control on the ball. They can't do that anymore. That's why they're not that good other than China. You know, because they need to just approach and hit the ball powerfully. Anything else on approach? Anybody?
Yeah.
John? Oh, Diane, go.
Yeah. You know, I don't know about your teams, but my setter doesn't always set perfectly. I know you don't have that problem. But what we try to teach is the hardest part is there's where they approach to and then where the ball is. And hopefully the two will meet. And that's where we normally have some problems. You get kids hitting out here and over here. So the key we try to give, especially in the approach, is for right-handers, right foot behind the ball, behind the point of contact. For left-handers, your left foot behind the point of contact, okay? And then the opposite arm on the point of contact. So if I'm right-handed, I want my right foot behind that ball with my left foot hand on contact to be exchanged with my right. So Michael, could you toss some balls for these guys? And they're going to be random. And I just want you to watch how they go to the ball. Most of the time, kids go to the spot, and the ball is somewhere else. Okay, so again, for a left-hander, you're just getting your left foot to the ball behind the point of contact. Okay, for the right-hander, right foot behind the point of contact. And then the all-important opposite arm, which we forget. So many kids lose that in the war somewhere, but they don't use that opposite side of their body. So again, so she went to a spot, ball was somewhere else. She did a good job going to the ball with that step. Step to the ball with your last step behind the ball.
John?
Our trainer just gave me a study that was done on volleyball players trying to be concerned with health. And Michael's players here are really doing a good job with this. One of the things, I don't know if you guys have any athletes like this, patellar tendonitis issues. All right, well, for me, I've always just kind of thought that that had to do with landing. So we practice landing a lot, trying to be an accordion and cushion, do that kind of thing. But the study talked about that patellar tendonitis probably isn't caused by that. It could be if you land really badly. That what it's caused by is like a shearing effect in your knee because these guys, when they plant, it's one foot right after another. You know, both do your approach just without a ball so we can see. So how they're being taught, or how they already knew how to play, is that when one foot hits the ground, the other one hits a reasonably fast time after that. It's not like this, but it probably could be. But most of the people, when you go watch, their approach is like this. Okay, they actually walk over this. That one foot happened, it's not like that, it's so it's not like that, it's like this. And when you get like this, it causes forces on your knees. This is primarily the knee you're jumping off of now because you're way over this one. And if you don't jump as high doing it this way, you don't have as much control and transference of your speed, right? But it's probably also hurting you if you jump where one plant is way after another.